Hey guys, it's me, Poppy Rain here, coming to you with a new video as I'm working on sorting out laundry and washing some laundry. I thought I'd do a story time with you guys. So, as you guys know, because you're going to see this, I'm filming this in February, but you're not going to see it till probably July or August. But as you guys know, if you've been around, in January, I said I had a surprise to share with you guys. And then I never shared my surprise with you guys. Sorry. I ended up leaving it and not sharing it because it didn't turn out the way I wanted to. So in January, on January, I think it was 11th, was when I had my bachelorette party. Or, sorry, so it would have been January 10th, my bad. I had gone to CVS to grab some things that I needed, and while I was there, I decided to grab a pregnancy test because I didn't get my period in December, and I had a really weird period in January. That that week before, that Monday, I had gotten a period for like a day and then it went away, and I hadn't had a normal period since Thanksgiving. So this was so Thanksgiving of 2024. Let me rephrase that. And then in December of 2024, I didn't get a period. So January of 2025. So I decided to get a pregnancy test. I message everyone to make sure it's okay that I take a pregnancy test. They're not going to get offended, whatever. Yeah, so I'd come home. Everyone had gone. Daddy was still at work. Everyone else had gone out. I came home and I take a pregnancy test. I take the pregnancy test. I find out the results. If it was negative, I wasn't going to say anything to anybody. But if it was positive, then I was going to say something. So, lo and behold, it ended up being positive. So I ask everyone if it's okay that I took a pregnancy test, if I take a pregnancy test, because of the weird period I had. They said, yeah, that's fine, whatever. So then shortly after, I send them a picture of the pregnancy test. Ow. Letting them know that I'm pregnant. So this is on a Friday, right? This is on a Friday. So Saturday, I tell my best friend, my sister-in-law, my mom. Well, actually Friday I call my mom. I tell my sister-in-law, my best friend, and one of my coworkers at my bridal shower, right? Because almost everyone ended up bailing on the bridal shower. Well, Monday I make an appointment to go to the doctor's. I believe it was, I can't remember if it was that Wednesday or the following Wednesday. I get an appointment to go see the doctor. Doctor confirms, yeah, you're pregnant. I said, okay, cool. We think I'm about 8 weeks. They tell me schedule an ultrasound because by 8 weeks, you should have a heartbeat, the whole 9 yards, whatever. So I schedule an ultrasound. This is January. This is so this was like January, whatever. I don't know dates off the top of my head. I just know timeline. So I schedule this ultrasound at like 7 o'clock at night. I go to this ultrasound with Daddy. I impatiently waiting for the results, impatiently waiting. It takes forever and a day for them to post them because it's after hours. They're slow because here, depending on which hospital you go to, they have a program where you can, it's called My Chart, where you can look at your results online, whatever. So I'm waiting, finally get the results. The results don't look good. They say I'm hemorrhaging, that there's no sac, that there's a sac, there's no yolk or anything there. That it basically, in short term, says that I have that I have, what do you call it? A fucking, I can't think of the right terminology right now, but a sac, but no viable pregnancy. So, I'm freaking out. Princess looks at it, doesn't say anything, or basically tries to explain to me what the results say based on her previous experience. They say, oh, we want to repeat the ultrasound. So I message them. I had a little spotting the Friday before, and she said, oh, you probably just overdid it. Keep an eye on it. When I asked her about it, because I had spotting with my son, but it only happened once, and I had like a weird mucus thing, but the nurse wasn't concerned because it was right after I had sex. So I had spotting. So we're trying to stay positive about the whole situation. We go through the whole rigmarole, whatever the case may be. I messaged the doctor Sunday night. Because you can message through the app. I messaged it goes to the nurse, and then the nurse relays a message to the doctor, if need be. Sometimes the nurse will just answer the question for you. Like, if it's just a question, sometimes the nurse will answer it. If it's like, oh, you need a prescription or something, they'll refer it to the doctor. So she said, it looks like you're miscarrying. Looks like it's a possible miscarriage. Whatever. So she says, yeah, the doctor wants you to do a repeat ultrasound. So I go in. I was supposed to see the doctor 3 weeks after that first initial appointment. You know, because that's when they do the pap smear and they do the whole exam and all that hoo-has. So I go to the so they scheduled me another ultrasound. I was supposed to get it done by the following week. They couldn't get me in. They got me in the following week. I do the ultrasound, whatever the case may be. I go to that scheduled appointment the next day. So that was, from when I'm filming this, that was last Wednesday. I go to the ultrasound. Today is currently Wednesday, so it's a week from today. I go to the ultrasound. They basically, and the results don't look much different. They basically say that, oh, I'm possibly having an ectopic pregnancy. Scare me, the whole 9 yards. Have me panicking. I go to the doctor the next morning. She basically says that it wasn't an ectopic pregnancy. It was, I forget what she called it, but basically what happened was pregnancy was doomed from the start because the sperm and the egg never formed together correctly. So there was never a baby in there. It was just the amniotic sac, I guess. She tells me that there was nothing that anybody did wrong. There was nothing that anybody could have done to change the situation. You know, just trying to reassure me that I didn't do anything wrong. There's nothing we could have done to change the situation. The pregnancy was pretty much doomed from the start. So she tells me, this was a week ago, Thursday. was last Thursday. She tells me, well, you have 3 options. You can either wait for it to pass naturally, you can have a DNC, or they can give you pills to help you expel it. So I said, what do you recommend? She said, I don't really have a recommendation. She told me her story of what happened when she went through one of her 2 miscarriages. Basically how she told me how she had waited for it to come out naturally and had to have an emergency DNC because the baby because one of her ovaries ruptured. So that's what she basically tells me. And I said, well, I don't want to do that, and I don't really want a DNC. So I asked for the pills. Basically, what the pills are is, if you've never had a miscarriage, there are 4 pills that you take 2 doses of that go in your vagina. It makes it so that it's basically like, for me, because I already have bad pregnancy or periods, because I have undiagnosed endometriosis, because no one will diagnose me with it, even though I know I have it, because I have all the signs and symptoms of when my mom got diagnosed with it, and it's genetic. Basically, it just makes it a 3 times worse period if you have normal periods, but for me it was only 2 times worse. So I went through that. So I did that. So Thursday night, we did the first dose. I ended up not going into work Thursday because we had a really bad snowstorm. And I thought that daycare was closed. Apparently, it was just my one coworker didn't go in because she couldn't get to work. And I pulled a no-call, no-show, which I kind of got in a little trouble for, but not really because I've never done that before. Ever. And I never call out, really. So, I didn't go in Thursday, didn't go in Friday, because I was still in a lot of pain. Ow. Friday, I end up going to the doctor's. I did blood work today, I go back to the doctor's on the 17th, and I have to schedule another ultrasound. But I'm still in the process of miscarriage.